The Gina and Matty podcast.
Okay, now what we are doing here is I've been out in the kitchen at Star 104.5 knocking up a sort of, a dupe Sizzler Cheese Bread, because yesterday on the show we were talking about the Sizzler reopening for one night only in Brisbane.
And you and I were so excited.
Gosh.
Takes you back to childhood,
The
really.
best.
Yeah.
And I remember, I think it was you could get steaks as well. There was the option to
Yeah.
order off the menu. And I remember Dad would always get the steak that had the char lines on it.
Oh, yeah.
But for some reason wasn't charred. It was how do those lines
How'd
get on
they
there?
do
No. He preferred the black stump. Anyway, I wanted to go
Sizzler. All
down
the
to
way.
Sizzler because you had the all-you-could-eat salad bar, the dessert bar.
The ice
my
cream
gosh.
machine.
The best. And you put the marshmallows and the jelly and you just go and have so much until you got sick and threw up on the floor and Mum cracked it and you had to go home.
I didn't do that bit.
Oh, no, it was just me. But the probably the most iconic memory of going to Sizzler is the cheese bread.
Absolutely. You and I both said that as soon as we mentioned Sizzler yesterday.
Cheese bread.
Was the bread.
So I did a bit of Googling and I found myself an air fryer recipe, and because young Caitlin has youth on her side, our new executive producer, never experienced Sizzler, have you?
No, never.
You
Never
haven't
even
lived.
heard of it.
Jesus, you haven't lived, Dale. You haven't lived.
Dull.
So as a, little welcome to the team, I've been out there, I've knocked up this recipe that I found online in the air fryer, all of 10 minutes, 5 minutes prep, 5 minutes cook.
Yeah.
It smells incredible in the studio at the moment.
It smells. It's taking me right back to the same smell. But you're a baker. I was expecting you to make the bread from scratch.
I had big night on last night. Big night at footy. I couldn't get in there and knock out a sourdough just for this morning. I was too busy yelling at the television. So we've got one slice here. Cut it in half, Gina. You need to try it for continuity, so you can see if it does taste like what it used to, and then you also, Caitlin, let me know.
It smells like what it used to.
Okay, so what I've done is I've got just white bread.
Oh, it's crunchy. You listen.
So it's a slice of white bread. We've got 2 slices of white bread, 30 grams of pecorino cheese grated, mixed in with 30 grams of butter. So you mix the grated cheese in with the butter, smear it on top of the bread, and then whack it in the air fryer for 5 minutes.
So there's no calories virtually.
What are you,
really
Gina?
good.
Does it take you back? Does it taste like Sizzler bread?
One more, hang on.
Okay.
I'm not eating bread at the moment, by the way.
You
That's
are
how
now.
good I am at radio.
This is far better than my expectations, not going to lie.
Oh, my God, the middle. Why aren't you eating it?
Oh, because I could only get one slice in the air fryer out there. I'm going to go put another one in when Suze does the news.
It's really good.
Is it good? Is it
is
Sizzler?
really good.
Beautiful. There you go.
You've nailed it.
What we'll do is we'll whack the recipe
Whack
up
it up.
on
It's
our
definitely
Instagram.
worth it. And all you've done was, that's like a Bilo bread or something, isn't it?
Yeah, I wasn't getting the good stuff. Well, not for Caitlin. Seriously, she's still on probation.
Gina and Matty.
Rod, my hubby, flew up to Mackay on Friday for a gig with Graham Connors. He's a very well-known country singer-songwriter, if anyone is into that kind of thing. And he's had to fly to Brisbane first, and he was in the Virgin Lounge.
Fancy.
Oh, yeah, it's a bit posh.
Isn't it?
And
Bit of cheese toasty and a little glass of Chardonnay before you get on the plane.
What? When you tour as much as my boys both do, and I used to, join the Virgin Lounge, you save so much money on, because when you go to the airport and you buy a coffee and a toasted cheese sandwich.
It's $84.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a lawless place, the airport.
It's ridiculous.
So they can charge anything for
So
anything.
you can make your money back on the fee to join in
100%.
about 2 trips.
There was a period where I had enough. I was doing enough flying around. It got me in there for a little while, and then I lost that privilege. And I was like, damn it!
Yeah.
And then we were traveling with the kids, and we had like a 3-hour layover at one point, and we just paid the money. I think it was $50, and the kids that were most of them were under the age, got in for free. Bella and I paid. Spent 3 hours in there.
So worth it.
It is really
and
worth
nice
it.
clean toilets. And
You
all
can
that
have a
sort of-
shower.
You can have a
There's
shower. Yeah,
showers.
it's very comfortable.
So good.
So
Sorry.
Roddy was in the Virgin Lounge with St George. They walked in.
The Dragons.
Yeah, and they were sitting next to him, and he was talking to them, and then he was listening to them talking to a family, and he said, make sure you say on the radio how impressed he was with them. He said they were so lovely.
The Dragons boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said really, really, every kid came up and wanted an autograph, and he said they were just really, really nice guys.
Oh, that's
He
great
was
to
super
hear.
impressed because he hasn't loved St George because his brother has gone for St George their whole life, and they've been.
Yeah, I get that.
And
Yeah.
Rod's a West Tigers boy.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, Rod.
Yeah.
Jeez. God.
And he won't leave them. He will not leave them.
And that's the sign of a true supporter. Not just
Yeah.
a fair weather supporter.
Yeah,
He's
that's
there for the
right.
bad
He's been there
times as
since
well.
he was a little kid.
And there's been a lot of those recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
So good on the Dragons.
He overheard them chatting to the family next to where Rod was sitting, and they were saying how confident they were feeling about the game last weekend.
Oh, they played the Broncos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they knew they were going to beat Brisbane because they were feeling really confident. So Rod's in a tipping comp like you probably are.
Yep.
So he went on and changed his tips after listening to what the St George footy players were saying. And he won. He got all of them full round.
Oh, you got a full...
for the first time in years.
So all you need to do is eavesdrop on NRL teams to get a clean round in your footy tipping.
Yeah, he
That
was
is so
very
good.
impressed.
The Gina and Matty Podcast.
For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.